Moving swiftly on to much lighter topics, though, Ross.
Yeah. This, of course, is not lighter.
Of course not, being sarcastic as fuck.
Yeah.
It's a serious topic.
Yes.
People-
We
some of you-
don't bring up a lot of serious topics.
but this is
But some
serious.
things are pretty important to bring up, I think.
A lot of people right now are a little bit more concerned about the pandemic they're currently in, and they might not be very much aware of events that are happening around the world.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we're going to use this little section right now this week to highlight something terrible that's currently happening in the world.
And this is Uyghur Genocide.
Yes.
Which I'll just read a little short bit that you can find on Wikipedia or whatever. Just explains you a general review of what's going on.
Link in the description below.
So basically, now it starts off saying since 2014. Like, I didn't realize that's a long time.
2014, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck me. 7 years.
Now I think it has gotten a lot worse in like the last couple of years, right? Anyway, but since 2014, the Chinese government, under the direction of the Chinese Communist Party, during the administration of CCP General Secretary Xi Jinping. Again, I may pronounce a lot of these words probably.
Xi Jinping is fine. We once visited 6 Mile Bridge in Clare for some reason.
Oh, okay. Anyway, has pursued a policy leading to more than 1 million Muslims, the majority of them Uyghurs, being held in secretive detention camps without any legal process, in what has become the largest scale detention of ethnic and religious minorities since the Second World War. A lot of people are referring to it as Uyghur Genocide because the vast majority
are Uyghurs? Is it like a certain
Uyghurs,
ethnicity? Or
it's
a subsection of...
I think it's a subsection of
Is there a link on Wikipedia from Uyghur?
Yeah, 1 second.
How do you spell Uyghur there?
Now, it's spelled in a couple of different ways, right? It can be spelled Uyghurs,
Okay.
or Uighurs.
Okay.
Right? Here we go. There are a Turkic ethnic group originating from and culturally affiliated with the general region of Central and East Asia.
So they said they're basically concentration kind of camps?
Yeah.
Oh.
China describes
genocide.
these as quote-unquote re-education camps or some bullshit like that.
It's like...
But they are concentration camps.
Yeah,
They're forcibly being put into.
Genocide isn't... You're saying people are being killed?
Yeah, and tortured, and they're essentially trying to eradicate like their culture and beliefs and all this.
It's basically what Hitler did to the Jews in World War II.
Yeah, people comparing it to the Holocaust or whatever, which is not a big exaggeration.
People comparing people to Hitler and people comparing like stuff to the Jews during World War II, it gets blown out of proportion a lot. But genuinely happening right now in China, Xi Jinping, communist leader, is... Oh God, I don't want to... Is he going to kill me for saying this stuff?
No, we're fine here.
He's Hitlering these people. He's rounding up Muslims into these camps and killing them and trying to wipe out their culture.
Yeah, and both... Canada's parliament voted unanimously to recognise it as a genocide.
Canada, of course.
Which is... the US voted the same.
Oh, yeah?
They also recognise it as a genocide. A lot of countries... Like, most countries have a fair bit of trade with China.
Yes, that's
so
it.
they're very slow to like publicly and officially
denounce Xi Jinping as a dictator.
Yeah, or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, that's why it's important to like people to realize
that this is a genocide and it's fucking happening right now.
Yeah.
And is there anything we can do about it?
Yes, there are certain things you can do, right? One of the things, you can boycott the 2022 Winter Olympics.
Oh yeah.
Which are scheduled to be in China. Which they would likely use that as, a propaganda opportunity.
Of course.
Also, you can find out, there'll be a link to the website that you can find out which companies use Uyghur forced labour.
Oh God.
Slave labour.
Boycott
them or whatever. There are some companies that I'm aware of. I can't remember. I off the top of my head, I don't know the names. But that after a bit of pushing and lobbying, have made sure that Uyghur slave labor hasn't been used in their production lines, and it was before or something, right?
Sick.
So yeah. I'm gonna include plenty of links there, whatever, in the description, and we'll put.
I don't really have to go. I mean, they'll probably be in our bio on Instagram.
I'll put a couple in the bio on Instagram as well, but I'd say go to the YouTube anyway.
Yes. And they'll be all there in the description of our videos for this episode.
And because there were a couple of articles, there was one that I was reading on the BBC website, and it was like someone's personal account of what's going on there, and like I knew stuff was bad, but it was it when you read what someone is like personally describing, this happened to me or whatever, you realize how fucking terrifying this is. And how organized it is. And
it's crazy that's all being. If the pandemic wasn't around, I wonder if we'd be a lot more aware of it.
I wonder if people tend to be more preoccupied with sort of
the shit that's happening.
What's going on with them?
The empathy of human beings extends maybe as far as their close friends and family, and especially during a pandemic where all those friends, family, and me is being currently discomforted by a virus. That the stuff about genocide.
But I suppose it's also very easy,
completely uncontested.
Oh yeah. Like this. It's. I mean, of course, any official thing from China is like, well, these claims are a little bullshit, whatever. But there's plenty of evidence.
Of course, they'd say that.
But yeah, I suppose you see. Most of the time, if people hear, something's going on in some country, the far side of the world that they've quite possibly never been to, it's very easy to be like, what am I going to do from my armchair in Kilkenny?
Access to the internet, you can do a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
It's important. Like we can sit down here and try talk about Locke and
sure,
fuck shooting on film for as long as you want, but shit is happening.
In
the world that we can make a difference, small difference, but small differences help.
Yeah. And I'm far from very well educated on this, so use the links and articles, whatever, to inform yourself. But not my words.
I don't think you're going to learn anything that's going to dissuade you. It's not going to be like you're reading about World War II and it's like, 6 million Jews are dying. Let me read a little bit more before I make up my mind.